Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm in my home gym right now. I'm about to put my daughter down for a nap, and in today's video, I'm gonna see how much I can get done while she sleeps. So let's go ahead and do that right now after I put her down. All right, I'm back in the gym. I did it. She is officially down for her nap. It's always so hard to leave her because it's the cutest thing ever, but I'm gonna get locked in, warmed up for my squats, warming up to a top pause single at 225 pounds, and then I'll check in after that. So I absolutely love that it is sweatpants season, and I'm always wearing sweats for all my walks, multiple walks outside during the day in the winter, even though it's California, so it's really not that cold. But I have to change to shorts for squats because you can't have anything underneath your knee sleeves when you're squatting in competitions, so always have to stay specific to that year round. But anyways, hopping into my warm-ups. This is my third to last warm-up, 2 reps paused at 185 pounds, and then you'll see me throw on a belt for the next single pause at 205 pounds. This video is going to be a combination of raw workout clips, in between workout set thoughts, and then some voiceovers and some music, but let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I always have to make sure that I put the plates on super quietly so that it doesn't wake her up. Okay, I think 215 pause moved better than it did last week. Last week I only did 220 pause, so hopefully we're good for a smooth, clean single pause at 225. Okay, I think that moved about the same speed as 220 did last week, so that's moving in the right direction. Now I have 2 back off singles comp speed, so no pauses next. I thought I was in frame when I did my post single reflection on that last set. I thought it moved okay. I think I can move it faster, and I think I can sink it a little bit deeper. I also feel like I sunk my right side a little bit deeper than my left side, and the camera was from the left side, so goal, move this faster, smoother, cleaner. One more attempt at it, and then this is my planned opener for my meet. I'm hoping to go 226, 237, 248, which is still gonna be 11 pounds under what I did at my last meet, but considering I'll be not even 9 months postpartum, I'll be really happy if I can get to that. So getting this to move like an opener is the goal. Okay, I think the first 2 singles tired me out more than I thought. That definitely moved a little bit slower than the last one. But still, I have 10 weeks to iron out all the kinks, so feeling good. Now I have my back offs at 205, which is the same weight that I've done back offs the last 2 weeks. So goal, get them smoother, faster, cleaner. Never underestimate how hard a heavy set of 5 is going to be. One more attempt to make that look better. I feel like the depth was good on that, but I'm not 100% sure on those last reps. I'm going to try to get as close to a side angle as I can in my home gym. That's the downside of only having 120 square feet of space. So I'm going to get as close as I can to a side angle to check depth on that second set of 5 at 205. trying to kill me. I have back off 3 sets of 6 at 185 high bar now. The best thing about having 2 more sets of 6 on high bar, after that you would think, oh, I got 8 sets of squats done, now the rest of the workout's easy, get to chill on my accessories, but no, I've got 3 sets of 12 on split squats with 60s. One more set of squats, I can do this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and play this last set at double speed because I think you've seen enough sets of squats to last for the video for sure, at least until next week. Let me know if you like this style of video with me actually doing a full talking through my workout, because it was way harder having to talk doing this, so I hope it was worth it. Whew. That last set was killer. Almost died, not really, but now I get to do split squats. I finished all of my squat sets in an hour. Definitely not as fast as I would have liked to, but I have been doing talk voiceovers. I can't even talk. I'm gonna be more out of breath on these split squats. Wish me luck.
Pow.
Doing the same weights as last week and they're feeling much easier, so that's the good news, but my running is paying off. My dog actually came to work out with me. She does love me after all. Pretzel, I love you. She is missing all the one-on-one mama time now that I have an actual human baby. I love you. Now I just have 2 more sets each leg and then 2 more exercises after that. Anyone else count their sets like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because that's what I do to get myself through heavy split squats. Make sure you're trying on your split squats. Finished my last set of split squats. I definitely have to change the last set RPE to an 8. It was a 6 for the first, 7 for the second, 8 for the third. Anyone who says lifting isn't cardio is lying, because I can tell you that my 2-mile run that I did 2 days ago at about a 7.5-minute pace. Way easier than doing 3 sets of 12 on split squats. Harder than the first set. That was my second set of 15. These are stability ball pikes. Make sure you're not skipping your core. Powerlifters especially have a habit of being like, oh, I'm doing heavy squats, I'm doing heavy deadlifts, I don't need to work core, but you do need to work core. Also, another news, I hit a low body weight of 142.2 pounds today, so hopefully I could gain a few pounds going into the competition. Last month I was at 145.6 because it will help every extra pound. I have up until 148.8 to fill my weight class. And I'm 5'9", so that's very small for my height. But anyways, one more set of this, and then I have one more exercise after that. So those were B stance hip thrusts with 90 pounds. They feel actually harder than they look. I'm tired. I got 2 more sets. I'll show you my post-workout meal and hydration. I already finished, if you can see over there, I already finished my entire Hydro Flask after split squats. So I'm really thirsty and also hungry. 2 more sets to bang out and then I'll check in after that. I finished everything, 4th time ever, getting an entire home gym workout while she's napping. She's definitely growing up. Post-workout meal, I barbecued steak and squash and zucchini, and then I have liquid IV mixed with LaCroix for hydration. I'm gonna chug this. Like I said, I already finished that entire bottle during my workout. And the final time count for that was 1 hour and 50 minutes. Usually I could swing that workout in 90 minutes. Most of my workouts these days are really, really efficient, 70 to 90 minutes, whereas before I had a baby, it was like 2.5 hours doing the same amount of volume. So still, even though I'm doing all those voiceovers and it took me a little bit longer, I still got it done in under 2 hours and she's still napping. This is her long nap. Again, I'm shocked that she's still sleeping. But anyways, when I'm not as sweaty and gross, I will recap the rest of my training week and do the extra to the video. So I'll see you sometime later this week. And I'm actually just going to close this video out with a voiceover with some of the rest of the highlights from my training week. For perspective, this is what my home gym workouts usually look like. On this very next day, right after my squat day, I had my primary bench day. My baby napped for about 45 minutes, so I was able to finish all my bench sets, which was great. I did try to put her back down for a nap, but she decided she wanted to work out with me. So sometimes I'm popping her in the baby carrier, sometimes I'm holding her in one arm while I'm exercising in the other arm, but still got it all done as always. And then these were my actual primary top sets for the day. I had 3 singles at 145 pounds. They felt a little bit slower than they did the week before, but I did 1 extra single, and I still feel like bench is in a really good spot. I did hit 5 reps at 135 pounds on my secondary day, which was the same as what I did the previous block. However, I did have a cramp in my back the entire time in my lat, and it actually felt lighter than it looked at the end. The last reps you'll see did slow down significantly, but I'm feeling like bench is in a really good spot and I'm really excited about it. I think I'm going to be within 5 to 10 pounds of my max. I'm hoping between 155 and 160 pounds at my meet. My comp max is 165. Deadlifts have been in a little bit of a funk still, not gonna lie. 330 felt easier than it looked. It was really, really weird off the ground, so that's why it was so slow. But my back off 3 sets of 3 at 295 felt really smooth, so that was promising. I'm feeling like everything overall is in a really good spot. Next week, I'm going to be starting a new training block. Let me know if you have any suggestions for future videos. And thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.